always like to ask the question, why do you guys think you should care about digital evidence? Well, in my opinion, because it's 2024 and people are using technology more than they ever have. It is at an all-time high. And as you can well appreciate, I'm sure, our digital devices are keeping records about us and our activities everywhere with everything that we do. And most of us have a cell phone and a computer or more than one of those, as well as a tablet, Fitbit, all these kinds of things. So it's interesting to see how all of these come into play in the litigation world in terms of um, finding the truth and proving the facts for your case. Um, I think digital evidence is obviously going to be more and more important as we go along in the future. And I just wanted to, I'll show a couple of visuals here. I'm going to pop in and out of this, so pardon me here, but it's a great example. This is one of my favorite recent examples of a case. It happens to be a Canadian one. It's almost humorous in the summary of it, but you can tell these decisions are now being based. This was obviously a contract that was negotiated between two persons, and when it all fell apart, one person denied the contract, and of course, then we tender evidence of a text message conversation in this matter. And the question is, what does it mean when one person responds, "Hey, I sent you the contract," and the recipient just gives a thumbs up? That was the issue before the court, and of course, not surprisingly, but it's kind of humorous in the sense that this is an emoji case, that the court ruled that this is a positive acknowledgement of receiving this contract to which you've agreed to. And they obviously enforce the damages in this case. And while that's just a small and humorous example, it's obviously a great example of how technology and the way that we communicate is now relevant. When I think back to law school, there was a case regarding telegrams going back and forth or something like that. One of the old precedents about communicating an offer and withdrawing an offer, and the offer was accepted while the communication was going to another country, I believe. It took some time for those two to reach the other side. And it was kind of who reached who first. I believe it was a case about that. Well, this is kind of a modern day example of communicating the acceptance of a contractual offer. So you never know when this kind of stuff comes up. Personally, when I think of litigation, I think of it as just being, a matter of one party making an allegation, another party maybe having an explanation. It's a claim versus a defense. It's somebody's version of events versus another person's version of events, word versus word. And really, in determining who's correct, the courts have to look at all of the evidence, and you as lawyers need to put forward the best evidence of your client's version of events and what you need to prove to win your case for your client. And hopefully by the end of today, we're going to go through a lot of the ways in which digital evidence can do that with a great amount of certainty and precision.